A man tricked his daughter into going hunting, but while she was watching intently, he quietly aimed the gun at her instead. Because he had started to suspect that his daughter might not be human, his wife had placed their baby boy in his crib as usual. But after just a few minutes, she suddenly found her son missing. She quickly turned to her daughter and asked, "Where's your brother?" At first, the girl claimed not to know, but her eyes betrayed her, glancing toward the sofa. Sure enough, the mother found her son under the sofa. But the sofa was so heavy that even she couldn't lift it. So how did the boy get under there? Left with no other option, the woman called her husband over. Once they lifted the sofa, they finally managed to pull their son out. Afterwards, both of them instinctively turned to look at their daughter. The girl, on the other hand, looked completely innocent, as if the whole thing had nothing to do with her. But just a few days later, something strange happened again. The woman was about to give her son a bath, but after turning away for just a moment, the boy was gone again. The bathtub was completely empty, and the mother was terrified. When her husband heard what happened, he didn't hesitate to storm into their daughter's room and wake her up from her nap, asking where her brother was. But once again, she didn't know. The man searched the entire room, even focusing on the area under the sofa, but the boy was nowhere to be found. Just then, the girl glanced outside, as if she had suddenly remembered something. Without a word, she began walking toward the lake. Her father, realizing something was wrong, quickly followed her. When they reached the lake, the girl pointed her finger toward the water. The man's heart sank as he followed her gaze. Sure enough, on the surface of the lake, he saw his son's small figure. Helpless, the man pounded on the icy water, trying to save his son, but it was too late. But what harm could a little girl possibly intend? She had simply dreamed of fish swimming in the lake. She thought that if her little brother could go and play with the fish, then her mom and dad might pay more attention to her. She had no idea that this innocent thought would bring such pain to her family. In desperation, the mother leapt from the bridge into the lake to save her son, but all she managed to do was break her leg. Realizing that everything might have been caused by his daughter, the man hatched a plan. He told the girl they were going hunting, and took her deep into the woods. Not long after, they spotted a deer up ahead. The father quickly raised his rifle, and took aim at the animal. But while the girl was completely unsuspecting, he quietly shifted the gun's barrel, and aimed it at her instead. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, his heart wavered. He couldn't do it. He spared his daughter's life, letting the deer escape instead. The girl, confused by what had just happened, looked at her father in puzzlement. She still had no idea. The prey that had gotten away was none other than herself.